Hi, everyone. So, at the foundation of quantum touch is a technique called running energy. And you might hear somebody practicing quantum touch say that they're running energy for their daughter, for their mother, for an upcoming surgery or job interview, and even into their dog, their plants, running energy into their food, into the future, into the past, into manifesting what they desire, into whatever it might be. We run energy for everything. And you might say, well, what does it really mean to run energy? This is a technique that it's the very foundation of quantum touch. You'll use it in anything that you do or learn with quantum touch in the future. And you learn it on the very first day of the level 1 workshop. So on day 1 of level 1, you will learn how to run energy, and you'll start running energy for yourself, for others, and so on. And essentially what it is it's a way of connecting your mind, your awareness into the body, moving that connection through the body with your breath. And what that does is that cultivates, it amplifies your life force energy. So that animating energy that gives life to everything all around us as well as ourselves. And if that sounded a little bit too abstract, too out there for you, not to worry. All you have to do is you have to know how to think, you have to know how to breathe, and you're perfectly qualified to learn how to run energy. You'll find it actually quite easy. It's not complicated at all. Anyone can learn it. I like to think of running energy as kind of like the secret sauce. And if you have anything that you want to make better, whether it's your health, your finances, your future, your living situation, even if it's something small, you just kind of apply this technique, this running energy, you run energy into it, and it's like applying a secret sauce that makes everything better. I've used running energy, I've run energy into the most seemingly frivolous things. Actually, I did it a couple of weeks ago. I was desperately looking for a parking spot, and I had 2 kids with me in the car, and it was a small parking lot. It was crowded. There was actually people fighting for a parking spot, arguing and fighting for a parking spot, and people were on foot all over the parking lot, trying to grab spots as people were leaving so that their friend could come around with the car and so on. And I circled the parking lot 5 times, and I said, okay, I'll try one more time. And I could feel myself getting a little bit stressed out. And I said, I'm just going to run energy into this situation and see what happens. In that moment, instantly the stress kind of left me. I became detached from the outcome, and I went around the parking lot, and there was these kind of aisles that you could look down, see, oh, is anybody leaving? And don't I see somebody's reverse lights light up? And I look around, and all these other cars that were circulating in the parking lot all of a sudden were everywhere else but there. And so I turned into this aisle, and lo and behold, that parking spot was mine. And so that's just a small example. Of course, do I know if it's because I was running energy? Maybe I was just in the right spot at the right time. But what I find is when I do run energy into anything, just it makes things better. It makes things better. So it's like a secret sauce that I apply to things, anything in my life. Not only does it make me feel better in the moment, but I find that I experience better outcomes more often, and I'll experience outcomes that I might have otherwise doubted could be possible or would even happen. That's what we see often in quantum touch. And when you're practicing quantum touch, and if you practice on other people, somebody who's having a symptom, maybe they're having pain, maybe they have a headache, they have a sore ankle, their knee is bothering them, whatever it is, that then you can take this very basic technique of running energy, and you run energy into that part of their body, into their knee, into their head, into their ankle. You can even run energy into their body as a whole. And you, as the person practicing quantum touch, you might feel even some sensations. A lot of people will feel sensations right away, the movement of the energy. They might feel tingling, they might feel heat. And the person who's receiving, sometimes they'll even feel sensations too. Not always, but I've had clients who have felt tingling, who have felt heat, who have felt release, sudden release of something, movement of energy. There's so many things that can happen. The idea isn't really to feel the sensations. It's simply to do the technique, to run the energy for the person, and intend for the best possible outcome, and step into the mystery of what is possible. See what can happen. We have so many stories of people doing this and extraordinary outcomes happening. I could explain to you the principles of vibration, of entrainment, of resonance, and so on. And it might give a better understanding of what is really at work, the mechanism that is at work, but it's not mechanical. We can't predict the outcome. We're stepping into a mystery and we're inviting in the best possibilities into our experience. In my experience, it has only made my life better, my health better, my mindset, my daily routines and practices. Whenever I have something come up that I would consider, say, a problem, something I'm not happy with or don't feel good about, then I use this running energy as the secret sauce. So, so I invite you to learn how to run energy and to practice it in your daily lives. And who doesn't want to feel better? Who doesn't want to have better outcomes? So try it out and let me know how it goes.